I'm Peter Laws from Creepy Cove Community Church, and this is my video to the patrons of Creepy Cove to let them know what sort of stuff's going on, and also to show them something cool. And this also involves me announcing the winners of a competition, because this week in the Creepy Cove Patreon we had a competition to win this, the Blu-ray, the new Blu-ray release of Psycho Goreman. Have you seen this film yet? It's awesome, about a kind of intergalactic warlord who gets summoned somehow by a couple of kids, and they deploy him in a kind of Power Rangers with extreme horror vibe. And anyway, this is the new Blu-ray release that's coming out in the UK. It's just come out today. I was lucky enough to get a pre-advanced copy of this that I could give away to my patrons. And there's some of the 2 hours of loaded extra features, director's commentary, fight choreography, the music of Psycho Goreman, and interviews with the cast and crew. Well, this Blu-ray is going to go to one of the lucky patrons, and let me announce that that person is, drum roll please, it is Daniel Tuck, because Daniel Tuck basically wrote a comment which I found quite amusing, which was captioning a picture that I put onto my Patreon, which was something about the Steps reunion tour felt a bit off. That made me chuckle. You won't know what I'm talking about if you didn't see the picture, but it was funny anyway. So well done. I'll be sending that to you probably tomorrow. Should be on your way. Another couple of things to say is that the Peter Laws podcast, which is my weekly podcast for Patreon members, that comes out tomorrow morning. And I'll be reviewing a bunch of things, but including my reviews of the two big series that seem to be causing a lot of excitement at the moment on Netflix, which is Midnight Mass and also Squid Game. I've watched both of those, and so I'll be sharing my comments on those, as well as a bunch of other things, chatting to you about what's available in the streaming universe and beyond. The next Creepy Cove Community Church service is coming. That's available to non-members of the Patreon. That's coming on Saturdays, so keep your eyes or ears peeled for that. Go to creepycove.com and subscribe today for free. Right, the other thing I want to show you is something super cool that I haven't shown anybody yet, but these just arrived, and you might not know what on earth they are when I show you. Look at that. That is a beautiful book from Taiwan, and I have about six of them? I've got 6 of them. What are these books, and why do I own them? Well, it's because I wrote it. Yes, this is the Taiwanese copy of my book, The Frighteners, Why We Love Monsters, Ghosts, Death and Gore. Give me a second, I'll get the comparison. Yeah, so this is the English edition, which came out in hardback a couple of years ago. And this is the edition which, to be honest, I kind of forgot was coming out, because I signed the contract for the Taiwanese version about 2 years ago, and I was very excited to know it was coming out, but kind of forgot that I would get a copy. And then through the post, just came the other day, was this, just a box, and that was filled with my book, but written in, well, obviously Chinese, Taiwanese. I'm not fully sure exactly what this is, but I know it's cool, and I love the cover, the way they've done this glitchy cover, and so yeah, I can't know if you can see that. Let me see. It says look, Peter Laws there, the Frighteners, and I love how it's got this little kind of obi strip. Is that what you call it? You have these on records when you buy them in Japan, certainly, and it came on this book. But yeah, very exciting to see that. Actually, just for comparison, this is the American edition of that book, so it's quite exciting to now have 3 different versions of the Frighteners. And while we're at it, there's also the paperback British version. So you got to, I mean, it is pretty exciting to see your book in print, but to think that, you know, this is sitting on a shelf in New York or something, or this is now, you know, potentially being read by some dude in a coffee shop in Taiwan, that just is pretty mind-blowing. Well, oh, by the way, the book is about defending and explaining why humans have a morbid streak and why it's quite normal to be interested in spooky, scary things. Well, speaking of those things, congratulations, Daniel. That's going to be heading to you very soon. And for the rest of you, I'll see you in the Peter Laws podcast tomorrow, or I'll connect with you on the Patreon page, patreon.com/creepycove, or I'll see you at thecreepycove.com for this Saturday's service at the Creepy Cove Community Church. So plenty of stuff going on. But thanks again for listening in, and especially if you're a patron of Creepy Cove. Makes all the difference. I can't do it without you. Right, take care, everyone. Have a great week. Bye.